the amount of money that I
Well,
report on my
I mean,
taxes makes me wealthy.
All the governments, federal, state, and local, California, and probably most places in the country are running at deficits, and unlike the government, we can't print California dollars or San Rafael dollars or San Francisco dollars. to pay
San
off
Rafael
the-
dollars.
Well, someday they'll just go ahead and
Maybe
make
they-
the 100. It'll be 100% tax rate, and the government will just dole out what they think you need.
Well,
Okay, now what about the death penalty? Now I've usually voted to keep the death penalty, but when you look at how it's done, I'm looking at it and going, you know what? If you
There
keep
is no
this-
death penalty
no,
effectively in
and it
California.
gets too expensive. So this is going to be I
You
think, the first
automatically
time,
have 25 years?
something like that
minimum?
of appeals. I
Of
know
appeals.
it's
So
way too expensive.
It's
so
certainly
it's,
not.
might as well just get rid
it's,
of it.
it's not working as the detriment, and if it's not going to be a
Oh,
detriment,
it's
to-
only a detriment to the guy who actually gets killed. He promises never to do it again.
To die again?
Yeah. But other than that, though, unless you're going to change the death penalty where it's going to be like really swift, like let's
That's
say
like
within
what they
6
do in
months.
China. You're found guilty, the death penalty. They march you outside and before the jury.
Wait, we made a mistake. Up, too late.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's one thing to do
Those
it-
things will happen.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
those-
Yeah, but
those
20
things will
years.
happen.
20 years. Yeah. Now that one I may vote for to abolish. the
Yeah,
death
that's.
penalty.
I think that's
because
the one
that
I'm
could
going
be
to also.
a cost savings. To
Yeah,
government.
exactly.
And
That's
since
all
it's
I'm
not a
looking at it.
deterrent.
I mean, it's not like saying that the guy's going to get out of jail the next day. He'll get life in prison, and
Right.
now if they do, without possibility of parole.
What's weird, if you get life in prison and you're not with the death penalty, for some reason, it's less expensive to house that prisoner than it is if they're on death row.
Which I just don't understand. I mean, if you put someone in, I guess it's the
I think
cruel and
it's-
unusual punishment where
I think it's where they house them, how they house them, and the access to attorneys that they're entitled
Yeah.
to.
you can't just put them in a big cage and drop food from the helicopter.
There was a guy that tried to commit suicide the day before his execution, and they caught him in time and
Oh, good
took
thing.
him a few weeks to get him healthy enough that they could then execute him.
Well, it's the same
That-
thing. Why don't
that
they
doesn't
sterilize the
quite make
needles when
sense.
they,
Yeah.
they sterilize the needles just before they give them, the injection for killing them? I don't understand. Is Devil's Island still around?
That's a good idea.
Reopen Alcatraz.
Well, see, the problem though is it's too expensive to keep shipping food and electricity and all that other
And they
stuff.
say also that's why San Quentin will probably stay in prison, because they don't want to put it somewhere where the land's cheaper because it's way far away.
If they go
hours
to bars
away.
though, then they'd have to hire new prison guards
Yes.
for all those
What do you
guys.
think
have
they'd
to
build
live.
at San Quentin if they released that to developers?
Oh gosh,
Oh
I mean, it'd be
my
great
God,
for
it'd be
housing.
Housing,
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a cemetery where there'd be all this real weird stuff. I mean, I guess maybe
Yeah, but
because
you have
people
to
do
tear
get
everything down,
executed.
and then it's just kind of like this big,
Beautiful
open-
waterfront property.
Well, it's waterfront property, but it's dirt.
And I'm so poor that if thieves ever broke into my house and searched for money, I just laugh at them and search with them. Thanks for listening. On behalf of our team.
Put your clocks back.
Oh, that's right. Don't forget, put your clocks back so
All
you get to
back.
sleep an extra
Sleep.
hour.
Yep.
Do that midnight tonight, that sort of thing. Thanks for listening. On behalf of our team, I'm Edward Brown, wishing you the best of investing. So long.